When you started putting out music, what did your family say?
Like my first song I did, I remember I was just in the car playing it with my dad. Like I think I was still in high school. He just got out of high school. And I was just cursing so much. My dad said, girl, what the f*** is you talking about? I used to rap way worse now. Like I used to actually talk about guns and stuff when I used to rap. But I don't do that no more. Like they was supportive though. Like after they knew that's what I really wanted to do, because they thought I was playing around at first. Once they realized I was actually serious, they started supporting me.
Fuck with your friends, but it's crazy how you got 10 siblings out here struggling. I'm sleeping on the next motherfucking couch, bitch.
Bitch, you ain't on no couch.
I'm in the bed. I'm in the bed. Okay, my bad. I got a little over. I've been on the couch. Fuck. I've been on the couch. But yeah, Rambo want to sit here and do his little 2 cent in. Can't damn well, but y'all need to stay the fuck out of family beef. Cause Rambo, you can start the weed plants. I say a weed. Why I get a weed plant? Hello? Why I can't get a couple of bowls? 6, 7. 6, 7. Why I can't get 6 or 7 bowls? Why I can't get flown out to a weed plant? And we eat ketchup sandwiches together. Rambo did not struggle with us. You cool with him, that's cool.
So wait, you have 8 brothers and sisters or 7 brothers? 9 brothers.
It's 10 of us total.
Sheesh. So do they all have like
the same dad?
No, I wasn't gonna ask that, but do they? But do they?
It's 2. The oldest 3 got the same dad, and the rest of the 7 got the same dad.
But you all grew up in house together?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
This is your debut album.
Yeah.
What can people expect from it?
A solid ass project. Like I'm touching different subjects on there. Like it's like every song I'm rapping about something different almost. Like everything it got substance to it. So yeah, I'm excited. I got some pretty cool features on there.
Yeah, I'm excited. I heard a couple that I thought were great.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you feel like you have one of them ones on here? Do you have a Yeah Glow? Do you have a TGIF? Do you have a Tomorrow? Is there a record on here that you feel like really is gonna go?
Well, TGIF is on there, but
okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I love all the songs from top to bottom. Like I feel like I don't know which one they gonna take and run with, cause I feel like all of them are great songs in different aspects. So I feel like it's like one of them classic albums.
And for it to be your debut,
yeah,
potentially a classic, that would be incredible.
But stop doing that sympathy. Like I said, you could have been on that laced funny, acting all laced in money. But don't try to bring my name like I don't take care of my mama. Bitch, my mama go shopping every chance she gets. Guess why? Not because of you. Because you sent her $1,200 that you already owed her, bitch. And like I'm gonna leave you alone because the world don't know that you a like literal mental patient, and they laughing at you and not with you. You making a fool out of yourself. I want you to know that. Like I could have got on there and told them how you broke out of Lakeside, how you had to take an IQ test and they determined that you had to go to the mental hospital, and how you broke out there, and they had to find you and come bring you back. You're a mental patient, so I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. And the world is making fun of you, and I hate that for you.
She not obligated, but she obligated to do shit motherfucking friend.
10 siblings, extreme poverty, one sister makes it out, and now the family is exploding online. Glorilla's sister Scarface just went live and aired out everything. She says they grew up eating ketchup sandwiches, lights off, roaches everywhere, while Glow now lives courtside, unbothered. Scarface claims Glow helps friends, dancers, and industry people, but not her own siblings. She says, "You talk about the struggle in interviews, but none of us are shining." Receipts were posted. Glow responded silently with ass, with memes. No lives, no arguing, just vibes.
One sister is reliving trauma on live. The other is protecting her peace and moving forward.
How'd you become a football fan?
I have a family full of guys. I got 6 brothers and my dad, and so they grew up sports fans, and they was big on football more than anything. So I love the Steelers. It's Steelers all day. Who got more rings than us?
Is Memphis just up for grabs for the NFL fandom? Because Steelers feels kind of random.
Majority of Memphis is Cowboys and Steelers. So I became a Steelers fan since I was 3 years old.
What if the biggest red flag in a relationship isn't the fight, but how fast everything goes back to looking perfect? because that's exactly what just happened with Supa Scent and her husband Razor. 1 minute, headlines are exploding. The next, birthday tributes, woods vacations, laughing on camera like it's a honeymoon phase all over again. And people are confused, not because couples reconcile, that happens every day, but because this wasn't just a petty argument or a messy Instagram unfollow. This was serious, the kind of situation that makes people pause. Let's rewind. On January 27th, Razor was reportedly booked on charges tied to battery, strangulation, and child endangerment. And when people heard the word strangulation, that's when the energy shifted. Because that's not small. That's not a misunderstanding. That's one of the biggest warning signs in domestic situations. Then, silence. Supa Scent didn't immediately go live. She didn't post a rant. She didn't overshare. She just went quiet. And in internet time, silence is loud. Rumors started circulating that they were separated, that maybe this was the breaking point, that maybe she was finally done. But then something unexpected happened. A birthday post. Razor pops up on Instagram calling her his wife, his life partner. Not subtle, not vague, loud, proud, like nothing ever happened. And suddenly, they're outside together, in the woods, laughing, flirting, talking about bringing the kids next time, posting playful videos, calling each other baby. If you didn't know what happened a week before, you'd think this was a rom-com reboot. But that's exactly why people are uneasy. Because when something that serious happens, and then the public sees what looks like a fairy tale reset, it creates emotional whiplash. And here's where it gets deeper. This isn't the first time Razor has faced accusations like this. Years ago, his ex and mother of his child publicly accused him of being physically abusive during their relationship. At the time, it stirred conversation, but eventually faded from headlines. Now, people are connecting dots. When a pattern starts forming, the internet doesn't ignore it, and that's why the situation feels different. It's not just about love, it's about repetition. Supa Scent isn't just any influencer. She built a beauty empire from scratch. She turned personality into profit. She showed women how to hustle, how to own their narrative, how to elevate. So when someone that powerful appears to walk back into something risky, it hits different. And let's be real, some people are defending her. They're saying that's her husband. She knows him better than we do. Every relationship has issues. All of that might be true, but here's the uncomfortable truth people don't like saying out loud. Love doesn't cancel danger. Statistics show that when physical airway-related violence happens in a relationship, the risk of escalation increases dramatically. It's considered one of the strongest predictors of future severe harm. That's not gossip. That's documented reality. And when there's a child involved, the concern multiplies. Because now, it's not just about two adults choosing to reconcile, it's about what environment a child is witnessing. What becomes normalized? That's why the public reaction shifted from messy curiosity to genuine concern. But here's where it gets complicated. After the backlash started building, Supa Scent posted that she's counting down the days until she stops sharing her family with the world. She thanked supporters and basically signaled she's done letting the public in. And honestly, that part makes sense, because the internet is loud, judgmental, relentless. But there's another layer. Supa Scent built her empire by letting people in. Her transparency made her millions. Her realness created loyalty. So when you monetize access, people feel invested. Right or wrong, that's the dynamic. And now she's pulling back. Which raises a bigger question. Is she protecting her peace or protecting the narrative? Let's talk about those woods videos for a second. On the surface, they look playful. Him hyping her body, them joking about tree portals and Stranger Things vibes. It feels light, but context changes everything. Because when someone recently faced serious allegations, even a playful don't fall baby sounds different. That's not fear talking, that's pattern recognition. And this is where the psychology kicks in. After high-intensity relationship conflicts, especially public ones, couples often experience what's called a reconnection high. It feels passionate, stronger, like the drama bonded them, like they survived something together. It can create an illusion of deeper love. And when you add public scrutiny, it sometimes makes couples cling tighter. It becomes us against the world. That dynamic can be intoxicating, but it can also be dangerous. Now let's zoom out. Why are people so invested? Because Supa represents something bigger than herself. She represents independence, boss energy, financial freedom, the idea that you don't need to tolerate nonsense when you've built your own empire. So when she appears to tolerate something that looks like a major red flag, it disrupts the image, and image matters in influencer culture. But here's another uncomfortable truth. Powerful women can still make complicated relationship choices. Success doesn't automatically shield you from emotional attachment. Love doesn't care about your net worth. And loyalty can blur logic. That doesn't make her weak, it makes her human. But humanity doesn't erase risk. And this is where the conversation gets real. There's a difference between supporting someone's marriage and ignoring warning signs because it's uncomfortable. There's a difference between privacy and pretending something didn't happen. Right now, the public is split. Some see reconciliation, some see denial, some see danger. Some see a couple minding their business. And the truth? It might be layered, because relationships aren't black and white, especially when they're tied to fame, money, children, and public identity. But one thing is undeniable. When serious accusations surface and then everything looks perfect a week later, people are going to question it. That's human nature. And now Supa is hinting she's stepping away from public family content, which could be the smartest move she makes. Because healing, therapy, accountability, those things don't need Snapchat. They need privacy. But the internet doesn't forget, and Razor's past accusations resurfacing means this isn't just about one isolated moment. It's about reputation. It's about patterns. It's about whether change is actually happening behind the scenes. Because here's the part nobody can see. Is there counseling involved? Is there real accountability? Is there anger management? Or is it just vibes and birthday posts? We don't know. And that uncertainty fuels speculation. What makes this situation heavy is that it's not just gossip. It touches on a serious issue that affects millions of women quietly every day. And when high-profile couples go through it publicly, it shapes perception. If everything looks forgiven instantly, it can unintentionally minimize how serious those warning signs are for other women watching. That's why the conversation matters. Not to attack her, not to tear down her marriage, but to acknowledge that some red flags aren't aesthetic. They're life-altering. Now maybe there's growth happening behind the scenes. Maybe therapy is in motion. Maybe real change is happening privately. That would be the best-case scenario. But until there's clarity, the public is left with visuals that don't match the severity of what was reported. And that disconnect, that's what unsettling people is. At the end of the day, only Supa knows what her reality feels like when the cameras are off. Only she knows whether she feels safe. Only she knows whether this is forgiveness or survival mode. But here's the bigger takeaway. Sometimes the most dangerous situations don't look chaotic. They look calm, smiling, romantic, filtered, and sometimes the loudest warning signs happen before everything goes quiet. So the real question isn't, why did she go back? The real question is, what does accountability look like in private when the spotlight fades? Because love stories are easy to post. Change? That's harder to prove. And that's why this situation has people watching so closely. Not because they hate her, but because they're worried. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think this is a couple rebuilding stronger behind the scenes? Or do you think this is a situation that could escalate if real change doesn't happen? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want more deep dives that go beyond surface headlines and actually unpack what's really going on, hit subscribe. Because in influencer culture, the posts are polished. But the truth? It's usually more complicated than the filter. And we're going to keep breaking it down. The headlines, the hidden layers, and everything in between. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure you like this video so more people can join the conversation, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive. New stories drop soon, and trust me, the next one is just as layered. Until next time, stay aware, stay critical, and don't let social media tell you the whole story.